Hi everybody. Stage 6 did not disappoint and presented the crazy opening we expected, to the point that nobody got away in the opening flat 70 kilometers. The riders who were active were those expected, Alaphilippe, Schachmann and others. On the Volterra climb then, Fiorelli, Alaphilippe and Aurélien Parepintre did get away, and they later got company from Pelayo Sanchez, Plap, Trentin and Groves. On the Grotti section, Plap, Alaphilippe and Pelayo Sanchez then left their colleague brake riders, realizing they weren't going fast enough to stay ahead. These three went to the line together, and Pelayo Sanchez took an amazing win ahead of Alaphilippe. Kudos to him. A great result, which I certainly hadn't seen coming. It was a terrible day for Israel Premier Tech, with three riders not starting the stage following the results of a crash on stage 5. Also Lipowitz at Bora, who made a great impression on the opening stages, got sick and did not start stage 6. It looked like UAE was temporizing at some point and was hoping to give the jersey away to Plap, who virtually rode in pink today. Ineos saw that differently though and made massive inroads into the brakes lead and Plap's pink dreams. Whether it was to keep Tadej in pink or an attempt to win the stage with Narvaez wasn't fully clear to me. All this to say that at the end of the day and going into the first individual time trial of this Giro, the GC remains unchanged. Milan stays in the lead for the sprinter's jersey, yet Groves went into the break taking 17 points against none for Milan and Merlier. As a result, Groves now sits in second. To solidify his chances at taking this jersey home though, he'll need some wins as well. Yet it's great to see he's putting up a fight. The top of the KOM standings remain unchanged, and on stage 7 we're presented with a 40.6k individual time trial, which is flat in the first 34k, after which the road points upwards. And the crux sits immediately at the start of the climb. In total, there's 408 meters of climbing. Note that the organizers have labeled this stage with 4 stars against a maximum of 5, and you can only agree with them. For those who want to win this, or to remain in contention for a good GC standing, this is going to be brutal. The opening section of the finish climb averages nearly 12% over 1.3k. From there, the climb to the line flattens out, yet remains irregular and features some steeper sections, with gradients up to 11%. Expect the GC guys with a good time trial to do well here, along with time trialists with climbing legs. This gets confirmed by the betting odds at the time of recording, with Pogačar and Ganna the main favourites, followed by Sheffield and Thomas. Then, here's the riders to watch in my book. Starting with the strongest block of riders who could do well here. The Ineos Grenadiers, with GC man Thomas, time trial specialist Ganna, whom I called pre-race for this stage, he climbed with the best on the opening stage. It will all depend on how big of a buffer he can build in the run-up to the climb. Then we saw a very good Aresman today, who seems to be coming into this race. And finally Vos. We all know the former world champ can surprise on a time trial bike, yet this Giro he hasn't been looking too good if you ask me. And finally Sheffield, who indicated in the Move podcast that the time trials are his main goals for this Giro. Pogačar at UAE, who has to ride a different scheme than Ganna, he can lose some time on the flat to go all in on the climb. At UAE, also watch out for Bjerg and Grosschartner. At Visma Lease bike, keep an eye out for Tratnik. He's good against the clock and he climbs well. Also Caruso and Tiberi at Bahrain climb well and are decent against the clock. I noticed Caruso lost over 15 minutes on today's stage though, and I'm not sure what happened to him. At EF, the bot is a time trial specialist with fairly good climbing legs, and at Bora, both Martinez and Schachmann should be able to do well here. At Astana, Lutsenko is the man to watch. Plap at Jaiko Alula, even though I expect him to be recovering from today's stage. And finally, I'll be interested to see up to what point O'Connor will be able to limit the damage. Pogačar and Ganna are my 4-star favourites. Geraint Thomas and Sheffield get 3 stars. Aresman and Schachmann each get 2 stars. Martinez, Lutsenko, Bjerg and Tiberi each get 1 star. In terms of podium prediction, I'm calling Pogačar over Ganna and Sheffield. Enjoy the stage and see you tomorrow for my Stage 8 preview.